EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
And he's the latest in a line of Alabama quarterbacks that are potential NFL starters. Sat behind Tua Tagovailoa patiently, waiting his turn, and in 1 year as a starter, exploded on the scene. 41 touchdown passes to just 4 interceptions, 77% completion percentage. He had it going. Alabama won a national title, and now here he is getting his shot in the NFL.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
He gets it complete to Harris. Escapes the defender. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. Leading him out, their quarterback from the University of Nevada, it's Colin Kaepernick.
A lot of defensive coordinators are up late the night before they take on Colin Kaepernick because they know he's not an easy man to scheme against. He can beat you with the big arm, taking shots downfield, also beat you with his legs, either off of designed runs or in the passing game by improvising and taking off.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Muscles him off. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 14 carries, 51 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game when a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. You think about the strengths safety position, and they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. McCaffrey on the counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Kaepernick. And it's caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Shi Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez good on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Damian Harris of the Patriot offense ready to take over again.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lane. Opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
On 2nd and 12, Jones.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Fights, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for the Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Damian Harris of the Patriot offense ready to take over again.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game. because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The former Cardinal Hassan Reddick in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Harris. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there for the Patriots. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. His throw incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. 3 and 5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5 and 5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3 and 6. And if that's...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jones now on 3rd and 2. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
I was going to let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. Fights off the defender. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Smith to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm like, well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by D.J. Moore. D.J. Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Kaepernick. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, a leap it. He will make the catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Third down, here's McCaffrey. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Kaepernick to throw for it on fourth. Thomas has got it, complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays and big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And we're back now in Charlotte. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Jones. Completes it to Aguilar. They find some open field here. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Harris. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They run with Harris. Shifts by at the 15. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. back to throw. Jones. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them. Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Aguilar. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll look to throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Henry's got it out on the left side. Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. from the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Panthers, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on